Hello
Go
there,
for it.
guys. Oh, yep. Hello there, guys, and welcome to round 6 of SRL F1. I'm at Monaco. I'm joined alongside Duke Master 22. I think I said your name right. Would you
Yeah,
like to say hello?
yeah, that is. You said it correct this time. Yeah. Hello, everybody, and yeah, like you said, welcome to Monaco, the tight and twisty crown jewel in the F1 calendar. And it's nice and sunny today, Ringrose. So hopefully we should be in for a good race.
Yeah, we should be indeed. Again, very, very competitive grid. Jason comes into this race of, well, great form. 4 out of the last 5, leading the championship by 63 points, if I'm correct. So, dominating is an understatement.
Yeah, he's got a big lead at the moment over. Who is that? Oh my God, it's Joe, who hasn't had the best couple of races, 2 7 places and a DNF in Spain. So he is here today. So he's just doing his outlap at the moment. But today, really, Ringrose, it's about getting the perfect quali lap to position yourself on the grid. Because, of course, it's Monaco, one of the most difficult places on the calendar to overtake.
Yeah, it's not easy, and especially with these wider cars in 2017. This is, for a lot of guys, going to be their first proper league race around this circuit. It's going to be difficult. They would have done practice, but maybe race situations, not all of them. So they've got to realise that they can't go for any stupid moves. These sort of, there's going to be a few DNFs. We know that, just because of the nature of this circuit. But the aim is to finish for these guys, and usually, if you finish, you get a good result, especially if you have a high grid position.
Yeah, usually in the sort of league races around Monaco, even if you're AOR F1 or SRL F1 SDS, whatever league, the top division of a league, you're going to get a lot of people not finishing just because it's Monaco. And like you said earlier, it's with these wider cars, it's going to be even more difficult to overtake around the street circuit. There's only 1 or 2, maybe 3 sections you can sort of maybe a lot of waiting for the person ahead to make a mistake. So it's going to be really tricky for these guys to actually make some moves today. So it'd be interesting to see if we see a brand new move, lots of dive bombs around the place. But as we're talking away now, Ringrose, who are you going to say for your top 3 today for Monaco?
I've got a few drivers in mind, but the first guy that comes to your head is definitely going to be Jason. Jason, again, leading the championship as he sets an 11-2. Not a bad first banker lap. As Langman's 12 seconds off the pace of that. That's his real pace. But Langman, the usuals really. Langman, all-rounder, Ted. Hamilton's been up there this season. You got Joe, Maranzano, but I'm going to say Jason is going to take the win.
Oh, okay.
Because of the consistency of Ted that I've seen has made me sort of think he's got to be up there. And I'm going to go all-rounder in P3.
Okay. Interesting. It's a good. They're all good drivers, so it's difficult to say who's going to win, really. But I think I'm going to go with the championship leader, with Jason in first. He's on pole at the moment. If he keeps it up, he might even win the championship early, like Hamilton did in real life. But yeah, I'm going to go Jason to win it with... I might go Joe for second. I think it's going to be his race to redeem himself, as he's got yellow flags in section. Feisty Ted has retired.
That's Ted out.
Oh, it was a big crash.
On the exit, that's...
Interesting.
Oh, that may have changed my top 3 because he hasn't set the fastest lap time in the world. What's he done? He's done a 1:12.9. That's nearly 2 seconds off of Jason. Bearing in mind Jason's half a second in the lead at the moment. With guys still to set lap times, so that throws a spanner in the works for Ted.
Ran an overtake now with him most likely being towards the back of the grid, but I think the final spot on the podium is... I'm going to throw it out there and give it to Maranzano. He's always up there. He's always up and around the top 10. So I'm going to wild card Maranzano for third, Ringrose.
Fair enough. He's a good shout. for the higher points paying positions usually. Seems to be very consistent so far this season. But yeah, interesting point out, V6 has put a very good lap. Like the best of the season so far, currently P2. Albeit half a second off of Jason. Jason, the only man in the 1-minute 10s currently. JP goes P5 with a 1:12 dead. With drivers still set lap times.
Yeah, these guys are aiming for the 1:10. That's where the top get to. Well, never get the best lap time try, but sort of 1:10.6 would be for these guys. But as you said, Jason is already in the 1:10, so he has an advantage over the rest of the grid. As these guys coming in, and it looks like they're gonna go out for one more flying lap, Ringrose.
Yep, they're all gonna be going out quite early compared to maybe other circuits that we've seen so far this season, just because it's such a short circuit and traffic really does build up. If you have 17 cars we have tonight, minus Ted, because he's now out, so that's 16 cars on track. And again, because it's such a narrow circuit and these cars are so wide, they are going to fill up the track if they are causing traffic in such a tight section like the hairpin, for example.
Yeah, it's the best track to do your qualifying with everybody all bunched together and with 70 drivers on track and all over the place. It's going to be difficult for these guys to actually get some space on track to get a nice clean lap. But these guys are managing to get them. You know, you got Jason with a 1:10, V6 with a 1:11. He doesn't seem to be coming out. Oh, sorry, he's coming out now to try and beat Jason. He's 5 tenths behind at the moment. Joe, I'm sure, will be trying to vie for that top spot, as will all-rounder, JP, Project. They're all going to be vying for that top spot, Ringrose. But it'd be interesting to know if it rains in the race. Of course, we can't see that, but that would make this race even spicier than a general Monaco race would normally be.
Yeah, rain really could throw yet another spanner in the works for these drivers. You know, just the nature of the wet track is not going to be easy for the cars around such a tight circuit. It's going to be near unless a driver makes a mistake. But we'll have to wait and see. We don't have that data, I'm afraid. So we'll just have to wait till the start of the race.
Yeah, but those who are watching, let us know who your predictions are for the race. Your race predictions, we'd love to hear them. But it's 3:20 left. These guys are Bottas gets very sideways coming through swimming pool there, right on the limit and coming into the pits there.
Did it again.
Yeah, almost.
Seems to be a very good lap. Up until that point, he was up on his delta, but just seemed to lose the rear in the final sector. People are just going to be starting their laps, finishing their laps, depends when they came out. Joe's just completed a lap to go P2, beats V6, but V6 has now started his lap, so we'll ride on board with him in the Red Bull, number 98, see what he can do. All getting very out of shape, but he's a sector. That live hairpin seems to be very difficult for the drivers in these cars. I've noticed speed has been reduced just because we're going to be saying this a lot, but the cars are so wide this season. It's just been causing problems for them so far in qualifying. Is V6 backed off? He seems to have backed off. Yeah, he's 2.4 seconds off, so looks like he's going to slow down and see what he can do next lap.
Yeah, see if anyone else coming across the line. We've got Bottas coming out. Just about got enough time to get out for another lap, depending on the traffic ahead of him. Maranzano, my third place prediction, down in 8th at the moment. But I don't know if he's on a lap or not. Can I check if he's on a lap? Can I do it via the telemetry? Or am I being...
Yeah, he's on a lap.
Okay, he's on a lap coming through Sector 2 now. And this sweeping past all the lovely yachts with all the millionaires through swimming pool towards Raskas over the curb. These guys have to be careful, of course, as well, ringers, of corner cutting, because there's a lot of chances to do that. And I can imagine, even though these guys are on the top level of league racing, I can imagine there still will be penalties. Marzon cross the line in fourth place.
Good
Not
lap.
bad.
That's a very good lap from him. As Cyril Hamilton goes fastest. Well, that is very close indeed. I was just about to point out that Joe's gone even slightly faster. He hasn't improved his position, but that is a cracking lap from Cyril Hamilton there. We'll just have to see and wait what Jason can do. He's just over half tenth down in the first sector. He's just about to come. He's a tenth up in the second though. So we'll stay on board with him while he goes through the final sector. Yellow flags, the other Mercedes. Jason's going to come across the line in a second to go fastest. Improves by half a tenth.
Yeah, a great lap from Jason there. A very quick lap. But as Hamilton's retired, so Hamilton's going to have to save second. We didn't even look at Hamilton, I think, before the race. So dark horse in the race. All rounders just retired in sixth place. Who else is on a lap? We've got Maranzano coming round the final bend. Will he improve on his lap time? He comes across the line. And he's going to stay in P5, it looks like, Ringrose. Anyone else coming across the line on your screen?
Well, Joe isn't actually on a lap. JP is on a lap. I think Gorsh is on a lap. Gorsh is on a okay-ish lap. It's not on for pole currently, but it could be a very good position if he keeps it all together. B6 is also on a lap, and I think JP is as well. So they're the three guys to keep an eye on. Gorsh is just about to cross the line. Let's see what he can do. He goes into P6 with a 111.7. I think JP's next. He's coming in through Raskas. V6 has aborted his lap. He's gone into pause mode. So JP's just going to come across the line. And he's going to take P6 away from Gorsh. And V6 pits. So, yeah. Very, not the most exciting end to qualifying. But slight switch in positions near the front with Cyril Hamilton now lining up on the front row.
Yeah, no, P4, 5 and 6 are very close on grids at the moment. From 3 to 7th is, well no, 3 to 8th actually is pretty close. Then you got the top two then. But yeah, pretty. You know, we thought Jason would be up there, and he is. And yeah, no, it should. I'm looking forward to retire and get back in the pits, and then we can get ready to race.
Yeah, don't think there is a formation lap. Safety car is on though now. Oh no, there is a formation lap.
Oh, safety car's on.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Wow,
interesting.
I didn't realise that.
Okay, I thought the game was still broken.
Again. Yeah. Well, obviously not.
Okay. That's another spanner in the works. Okay, not to worry. I'll just count down the grid as you go to the bathroom. So yeah, as you heard, guys, safety car and the formation lap is on. So here we have Jason in first, Hamilton second, Joe in third, V6 Racing fourth, Maranzano fifth, JP in sixth, Gorsh in seventh, all-rounder eighth, Langman ninth, Melanie 10th, Project 11th, Bottas 12th, F1 Pred in 13th, Matty Bolton 14th, Feisty Ted 15th, I'm just going to call Josu in 16th, Kimi Räikkönen, and that rounds off the qualifying report. So yeah, there we go. Should be a pretty good race, depending if it rains as well. I'll have to wait and see. So we'll just quickly talk about standings at the moment in SRL. Let's skip that so I can actually talk. So yeah, it is nice and dry, but yeah, Jason in first at the moment, second, and Jack, that might actually be Cyril Hamilton in third. So yeah, still pretty bad. You're back, yeah, just in time. Yeah, just lining up on the grid. Well, just loading in now.
Yep. Right, should be an interesting one. Heading into turn one and the first lap usually provides a bit of controversy. Bits of carbon fibre, thousands of pounds going in at turn. But we will see what happens in a minute's time to the formation lap.
Yeah, of course we've got that back on now, which is it's nice. We can actually talk about the race rather than sort of jumping into it quickly. Yeah, off they go on their formation lap around Monaco. And yeah, I can imagine quite a few people retiring, even though it's top league. A lot of people still retire on that formation lap ring race. As you got Amerigo, Maranzano has been disqualified. As I say, he's on the grid already.
Yeah. Again, we've been saying this many times so far, but it's the nature of the circuit, and it's now the nature of the cars. They're just so wide that. You know, they're just getting so wide for the circuit year on year. Eventually, they're just going to become massive if they get any larger than the current cars. But I think currently this is around this circuit, because any wider, especially for the likes of swimming pool and to back, it's just going to become difficult.
Yeah,
to race around.
It is. Just reading through the comments now, Ringrose, and we've got Diablo, our fellow commentator who does SRL, and he says, never make predictions, make prophecies. Well, prophecies don't always come true, so I'm going to give you that, Diablo. And yeah, he's not here unfortunately tonight, so it's me and Ringrose in the comms box, but yeah, now hopefully some more people comment their predictions in the comment section. It'd be nice to hear what people think and prove us wrong as usual with our predictions, Ringrose.
Yeah, usually we're wrong. Usually. So I predicted Ted to come second in qualifying, and he's down in P15. So yeah, race an SRL, but I've won a race around Monaco from near the back of the grid, but we won't go too much into that. As 5 red lights, they are out, lights out and away we go. Seems to be a pretty good start for Jason. Cyril Hammond, all good so far. We look further down the grid. Oh, there's a McLaren round. That's JP out of the race. What has happened there? He's lost his front right tyre. I think it looks like he got spun by maybe all-rounder. I'm not quite sure.
No, I'm not quite sure. He just got some air at one point, but like you said, all-rounders dropped way down the grid, and the top two have got a little bit of a break here over Joe in third, but it's still the first lap, Ringrose, so we've got plenty more to come. Has any of the drivers got damage? You said all-rounder may have caused a crash at the start.
All-rounder has. Bottas has wing damage to the front, and Pred doesn't have a front wing at all.
Okay.
So that's unfortunate for those drivers. The yellows in sector 2, that's all-rounder out of the race.
Oh,
again, I don't know what's happened to him. He's just lost his front left tyre. So as we said, we thought there were going to be many retirements, and we've had 2 on that one.
Yeah, he's crashed it through the Noble Chicane, Ringrose there, but V6 Racing is managing. Oh, it was a big battle coming out with the final bed between V6 Racing, Gorsh and Langman. Oh, there's a bit of contact between Gorsh and Langman there. Hopefully no wing damage there, but it's a battle here for P5 between 4 different cars, Ringrose. You better get on board with this battle, because it is really heating up at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, V6 got past, I think it was around the final corner. So he must be very happy with himself, but he's just got to keep himself composed. Hope maybe look ahead. He's definitely got the pace. 2 points. Current the Toros to driver, but he doesn't want to battle too hard, because that could lead to incidents for him, as he already gains a 3-second time penalty. So again, that's not what he wants in this race.
Yeah, it's not ideal for V6 Racing there. Getting a penalty already on lap number 2. He must have cut a lot, but on the previous lap, Maranzano did cut the Noble Chicane to maybe try and keep up. And V6 Racing. And that's Gorsh up into 5th.
Yeah.
But V6 Racing is still on the inside line. Surely not. DRS is now enabled on this lap, but Gorsh puts it up the, almost puts it up the inside coming into turn 1, but it's like allowing Langman and Melanie to catch up with these guys. Melanie's looking for a move up towards Casino Square, and no, it's not going to make it round there, surely not. But yeah, V6 Racing has lost a little bit of time to Gorsh. Now, wings damage, front wing damage, side ring row, so that's really going to hamper him around this Monaco street circuit.
Yeah, he's going to be struggling, and he's going to feel the lack of downforce around this track. So you'd expect Gorsh to pull away. Langman would probably be aware of that. His engineer probably would have told him that he's got wing damage. But he's going to want to get past very soon as he goes down the inside of the Nouvelle Chicane. V6 gains another penalty because he's had to cut the corner, and he's lost more wing going through to back and the swimming pool section. So he's going to have to come in the pits. He's struggling so much, he's lost even more wing.
Joe's
round.
Joe's binned it. He binned it round.
Yeah, Maran's
final bend.
Maranzano's got through. Doesn't seem to have any wing damage, but he's lost a good sort of 5-6 seconds, and Maranzano's up into pit 3. So your prediction, Maranzano in the top 3, seems to be paying.
Yeah, at the moment I've got 2 out of 3 predictions in there. Hamilton out of nowhere, but should have really didn't think about Hamilton. But yeah, 2.6 seconds behind the leader as Pred gets a penalty for multiple warnings. But like you said, V6 Racing has got no front wing. Well, he has half the front wing at the moment, but he must be really struggling at the moment.
Pred's crashed coming through swimming pool.
Oh dear.
So, again, we don't know what's happened, but seems to be, well, I was about to say seems to be the end of his race. It's definitely the end of his race. He's got 3 wheels. That's very dangerous there for the guys coming through that corner. Yeah,
so you come around the corner and go, whoa, there's a McLaren there as Maranzano gets another. Sorry, that's his first.
Oh, that's V6! Sounded like a massive overreaction, but he's just come through, seems to have taken it normally, and he's just got air on that curb and gone flying into the wall and hit the back of the McLaren. So that was a very, very nasty crash for the Red Bull driver. Clashing with the McLaren, but that has put everyone up in position from Gorsh below.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't see that crash. If only we could have 2 broadcasts of the race. But Melanie is looking very tasty behind Langman now as they come through Sector 2. And takes a wide line there. There's Williams getting out the way there. Gorsh has actually binned it. Yeah, Gorsh has dropped down places. I thought it was a back marker, but Gorsh has dropped back now, down to 8th place. And there's a very tantalising battle coming up now between, who is that? Between, not Ted, is, Matty Bolton up to Melanie. So it's a big battle here for the 5 cars involved with it. 2 Renaults, 2 Williams and a Ferrari. So this could really build as the coming laps come on, but over the back of Langman. Come towards Raskas, and Jason does a new fast lap of 1:13.8, which is a blistering lap around this Monaco circuit, but still a lot of laps to go in this race, Ringrose.
You know, as many people say, you can lose the race in the first few laps. Well, usually it's turn 1, but you can lose it in the first few laps, but you can win it around this track in the last few laps if you really push. But again, you can't lose concentration and force yourself into a mission. It's not losing concentration and continues to pull out a gap to Sierra Hamilton, now 5.1 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Langman is actually holding up this pack for the P5 pack at the moment. Melanie's really pushing him around the circuit as they come through the tunnel. Will he make a dive-in manoeuvre into the Nouvelle Chicane? Will he do it? No, he doesn't, as Bottas gets a penalty. This is geez, a big lag moment there, and Melanie gets some air in that Williams car. I don't think it's meant to do that. And yeah, does he have front wing damage for them? Lag instant, and luckily he doesn't. That was a bit of a scary moment for the Williams driver, and Project almost got involved. Oh, he dived on the inside. Melly's up to 5th place. Ringos, he's put it up the inside down. Raskas, surely Langman is still there. Side by side as they come on to lap number 7. Side by side coming down the straight. I think Melanie has DRS coming through turn 1. There's a bit of contact, and Langman is spun off. Langman is in the wall. And does he have damage? Does he have damage? He does. He has half a front wing.
Big hit in. Yeah, there's no way you couldn't have hit that well, with that force, with that, and not got away with damage. Yeah, but great race in between the two. It just that's definitely a racing incident. That's not either driver's fault, I reckon. Just things that happen. But Langman not having the best of the races really. He's now down in P8. Gorsh has obviously had to pit due to his wing damage. But Melanie's having a great race, now up into P5. Oh, migrating host, what's happened? Oh, right, cool, okay. Predator's left the session. I thought it was a restart for some strange reason, but we'll move on. Any battles? Yes, there is. The battle Project and Matty Bolton aren't too far from the back of Melanie 88. They're not close enough, within DRS range, but not quite close enough to make a move. Langman obviously comes into the pits to see what he does. He's going to go into a set of the super softs. No nose change. I'm guessing that's not what he wanted. Really not going to help him do him any favours. He's going to have fresh tyres, but without the fresh wing, he's still going to be struggling. Now down in P9, just ahead of Gorsh. We have one lap car so far. Jose Algazari in the Haas, teammate to Jason. But if it carries on like this, with the amount of retirements we've had so far this race, he could get some points, which would be very good for him. Pretty sure he's the only Spanish driver on the SRL F1 grid, so that'd be great for him. And I'm pretty sure Jason will be happy with the performance, with some decent points for the Constructors' Championship. We currently have 4 retirements. V6 Racing, both McLarens of F1 XL Pred and JP. V6 and Pred both crashing at the swimming pool section, with all-rounder and crashing on lap 1. We have yellow flags in sector 2, and that is for OMG. It's Joe. He has got wing damage. He's spun going into, I'm not quite sure what corner that is, but that is where Nico Rosberg locked up notoriously in the 2014 qualifying session around this circuit, and he's got wing damage.
I believe that he was at Miraboo that he binned it at Ringrose. So Joe down to 5th, sorry, down to 4th. He's really losing time to Maranzano in 3rd, and as JP leaves the session after a disappointing race in the McLaren. But yeah, Joe with that incident. I did mention something earlier, but I realised my mic was on mute because I was blowing my nose. But Langman with the pit stop, you might have had the issue when you got to put the pit stop onto yes rather than auto for the front wing change. So that may have been the issue there, as Melanie moves up to 4th. And who is that? That is just Josu getting out of the way. Matty Bolton moves up to 6th, and Ted may get up to no, Joe will come out before Ted, it looks like. But Langman gets a 3-second penalty as well, which is not ideal for the Renault driver. But Jason in the lead, a commanding lead of 5.3 seconds at the moment over CRL Hamilton.
No, Ted's got ahead of Joe. Ted's got ahead of Joe.
Okay.
So's Langman. And Gorsh. Is Gorsh going to stay ahead though? Going to be difficult. Gorsh should stay ahead, so that's not what Joe's wanted. 3 cars have got past him, and he's still currently in the points playing positions, but right at the bottom of those in P10.
Yeah, I'm surprised Joe didn't go on to the hard tyre and go towards the end, but I guess that's a personal preference. But he is all over the back of Gorsh Crab here as they come through the hairpin, making sure not to damage that front wing through this tight and twisty Monaco circuit, and they come towards the tunnel. He will have the slipstream and will it be working in this race today? There's a bit of temperamentine, but will he make a dive-in manoeuvre towards an oval chicane? No, he's a bit too far back at the moment, but Gorsh has to cut the curb there, and it will give the chance to Joe, but he loses the back end, and that's not the best option as Gorsh hits the wall there, and that looks like front wing damage. Oh, he's all over the place, and Joe gets ahead coming through swimming pool as Gorsh gets another penalty to his long whistle already.
Very aggressive driving from Joe. Always Gorsh throws it up the inside for the final corner. Yeah, Joe being very aggressive, and he's going to have to be if he wants to salvage this race. And at this rate, salvage his championship. Jason's currently leading the race. If it finishes like this, he'll gain another, 21 points on Joe. And to Joe personally, that'll be, how many is that? 84 points in the first 6 races. I'm pretty sure someone must get ahead of Joe. I'm not currently looking at the standings. Excuse me. But definitely he won't be happy, especially with the performances that Jason's been putting in recently.
Yeah, just got the standings up here, and who is Ted? Will not Ted? Sorry, Ted and Hamilton might get ahead of Joe if it stays like this. Ringrose with Hamilton on 52 and Fighty Ted on 51. So these guys could get ahead of Joe if he doesn't pull off something amazing in this race around Monaco. 12 laps done so far. Still a long way to go in this race.
Yeah, for sure. You can't count anyone out yet, or count anything out yet of happening. It can still happen. But this rate, currently Joe will go behind Hamilton in the standings. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah, no, that is correct.
Currently, P2 with Joe and P8. Sierra Hamilton has got to make a pit stop, but he would only lose position to Project currently if he did come in the pits on this lap. All the other guys have got to pit, so.
But yeah. Hamilton does have 6 seconds worth of penalty, I believe, at the moment. What I've seen on screen, I haven't checked them on the menu, but it does seem that he has a few penalties, so he's going to have to get a bit of a move on if he wants to keep that second place, because Maranzano isn't too far behind him. He's 7 seconds at the moment, so he's still got to keep up the pace. Maranzano can chill for a bit. He's got Melanie behind him in 4th in that Williams, but Melanie has been on the pace today, Ringrose, so he might be the surprise package. But we've got yellow flags in sector 3. Who is that for? I can't see. Is that maybe Josu at the back? Maybe. I don't think there's any of the front runners. It doesn't look like they haven't lost any. Oh, actually, I think it might be Hamilton, because he's lost 2 seconds to Maranzano.
Maybe.
So maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but I don't think he was in sector 3. Sierra Hamilton's lost a bit of wing. I think it might have been Josu, because I could see that was in the final sector at the time of the yellow flags. Sierra Hamilton comes in the pits. He puts on yellow's in sector 2 now. That's Joe. Joe's in the barriers. Yeah, he's got more damage, so if he comes in his pits, he's going to be losing a position to Matty Bolton. Not too sure about Gorsh. Gorsh isn't even in the tunnel yet, so yeah. But these are the sort of Joe doesn't want to be making. He stays out for now. But
Hamilton's got another penalty. So that's 9 seconds now with a penalty. So it's really not good for Hamilton at the moment. If he wants to keep a podium position, unless he really puts his foot down, he's really going to struggle. But he's on the super soft tyres now. I believe he can get to the end on those, but I'm not the tyre expert on F1 2017, unless you know better than I do, Ringrose.
No.
Perfect.
Not really. So, but I haven't really As Manzano's in the pits now, but he won't have a wing change. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out to Hamilton. Seems to be a very fast stop from the Toro Rosso boys there. Going on to the set of the Supersofts. Going to the end of the race. Right, Hamilton's come to the pits again. Right, okay. So this
Going to
is
sort that
what
front
he
wing
would have
damage, it
wanted.
looks like.
I hate that, but I think we've cursed him. He's having
Yeah,
such
a
a
little
good
bit.
race. He's going to be ahead of Joe in the, and he's just had to make an extra pit stop, and Joe's just got past him. So
Oh dear.
you're
Oh
watching
dear,
this back,
dear.
Jack. We do apologise.
Yeah, just a
But he
little bit.
comes out ahead of Matty Bolton, which is just what he would have wanted. Well, not down in P8, but so he's not forced to pass another car as our race leader comes into the pit lane. What's he going to go on to? My bet's just set of super softs. Should be able to go to the end. Jason's had a very clean race so far.
Yeah, he has, and he's still got a load of time to Melanie behind as he comes out with the pits with plenty of time on his hands. Melanie's coming in the pits as well. This project will move up into second place. Maranzano get past Melanie, who he's currently battling for second and third with because of course
what he will do.
Hamilton had a second pit stop, so Maranzano will get past him as well. But Jason stays in the lead, and Maranzano is in net P2 ring rows.
Yeah. So this is very, very good for Maranzano. Even better than what he would have wanted. I don't think he would have expected from where he was to be where he is now. Where did he start on the grid? Let me just double check. Yellow's in sector 3. Who's that for? It's for Yoshi Alcazari. Spun it out of Raskas. Let me just. Where is it? Maranzano's made up 2 positions, so he would have made up 3 when Project comes into the pits. So, pretty good job from Maranzano. Hasn't really made any mistakes, but hopefully he can just keep it the same as Ted gets another penalty.
Yeah, but Ted's done decently so far, up to 4th now on lap 17. He is doing the long stint on the soft tyres. I believe he'll go on to a set of ultra softs towards the end of the race. We get a fantastic helicopter shot here as he comes around Raskas and sector 3, coming on to the pit straight here. In 4th at the moment, he's got 2 seconds to Melanie behind him. Melanie is on the quicker tyre, and Ted does have to pit, so we'll see Melanie catch up to him pretty quickly. But Joe is on the back of Langman. Ring Rose if you want to get on this battle, because this will really heat up, because I believe Langman has got front wing damage. He does, so Joe, maybe a bit easy for Joe to get past him now.
Yeah, but Joe's also got wing damage on the front right from the spin at Nouvelle chicane. So pretty much evened out well, but it just sort of depends on the circuit which is affected less. The right, left, or the Langman might have just hit the wall. I think Langman just hit the wall because I saw another bit of carbon fibre fly off that car, and his whole end plate on the left is gone, and he seems to be struggling even more. Are they gonna go side by side through the tunnel? Yes, they are. Teams make contact. Langman's gonna go down the inside. Oh, they make contact again. Project's in the pits, right? Langman really is going to hold up Joe. Joe's been absolutely fuming that he can't get past Langman just yet. They make contact again. That's wing off Joe now, Chuk. So is Joe going to come in? No, he's not. But Langman comes into the pits. We will see where he comes out. Project comes out in P5 on a set of the ultra soft tyres. I think that's a genuine P5 because Ted's on the softs and they can easily go to the end, no matter where you bring them from. And Langman seems to come out in P9. Yeah,
and now Hamilton is all over the back of Joe, coming through sector 2. He's Joe a bully and move to get past Langman. Multiple tyre hits And the side pod hits us. Hamilton gets another penalty. He's got to be careful. Gets too many, he will be disqualified from this race. As he comes through the tunnel now, Joe, of course, has got half a front wing. I think Hamilton has got a full, yeah, he does have a full front wing, so Joe is really going to be struggling. Barely makes it round the Noval chicane there as he come towards the swimming pool, round the swimming left-hander past all the lovely yachts. And oh, Joe is hardly getting that round that corner there. He's really struggling with that front wing as Willie makes a dive. Oh, there's a bit of contact between both the drivers, and Hamilton is kissing Joe Gearbox, and Joe comes into the pits for another front wing change. His third, isn't it? Only pit stops. He's only his second pit stop. I swear he's had more.
Yeah, but no, he's only had, this is just his second pit stop, but he's made a lot of mistakes. I think he's spun 3 or 4 times, so he's just lost time. Is Langman going to be able to get ahead? Doesn't look like it. It's going to be close, actually. Goes past. Oh, contact! That's Joe on the wall again. Joe is going to be fuming.
It's damaged again. He's damaged his front wing again.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, that's heavily damaged on the front right, I think that is. Joe will definitely try and take that to the stewards at the end of the race. But Jason has made a mistake. That's very, very unlikely. Jason's had to come in
first. Interesting.
And it is now a Toro Rosso 1-2.
Jeez, did not see that happening.
And Melanie's right on the back of Jason. Project's not too far behind, so if Jason can get past Ted, I'm assuming Ted's going to be struggling a lot more compared to Jason, just because of he's on the hardest compound of the 3 that they've been given. So I'm just going to double check on penalties. Maradona just has the 1. Ted has just the 1. And Jason doesn't even have a warning. So as long as Jason keeps it clean and can get, well, just gain another 5 seconds. Doesn't even have.
So yeah, let's get back on. So lap 20 now. As Maradona comes over the line to start lap number 21, I believe. Yeah, there we go, 21. So yeah, Ted behind him with Jason, who's catching pretty rapidly on those brand new super softs. Hamilton gets another penalty. I think that's after 15 seconds now. Ringrose, are you still there? I think you may have left.
Yeah. No,
you're still there. Okay. How many seconds of penalties does Hamilton have then? Because he's got quite a few penalties from what I've seen on screen.
Yeah. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 penalties.
Jeez.
So that's 15 seconds worth going on at the end. So currently, if the race finishes as it is, he just loses the 1 position to Matty Bolson. But we still have, as there's yellow flags in sector 3. That is Jose Algazari. Lost his front wing. Coming through the final corner, and that is going to be horrible for him. He's going to have to do a whole lap with no front wing at all.
Yeah, a bit of a nightmare for the Haas driver today. He's best, but points of someone else.
He might have wing. I don't know whether it's just a visual glitch. No, I think it's just the nature of the Haas. It's just so low down.
Okay.
Right, okay, no. Looks like he's just spun at them. Ignore me totally.
But Joe is down in 11th place now. Ringrose, an absolute nightmare for the Mercedes driver today. It's just not gone for him really. He's had contact with lots of drivers and hitting the wall, and I don't know if he's not maybe he's not very good at this track, but he did qualify in 3rd as Gorge Crab gets a penalty. But yeah, just not his day today, Ringrose.
No, it doesn't really seem to be. Well, so far. Whereas Maradona, on the other hand, he's having the race of his life, currently leading the Grand Prix of 17 laps to go, ahead of the championship leader. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he might be one of the only guys to not make him along with some. Yeah, they're the only 3, and Matty Bolton. They're the only sort of guys not to have a front wing change. Pretty sure. So that's interesting for sure.
As Joe does a fast lap of a 12.4, pretty quick lap from the Mercedes driver. I think that's what he's just trying to go for now. I don't think SRL give out bonus points for fast lap like they do in Formula E, but Ted is really under pressure from Jason now. Almost got Ted coming through the tunnel, but had to pull out of the manoeuvre. But Ted has he pitted? Yeah, I don't think he has pitted. No, oh no, he has pitted once. Okay, I think Ted was going to the end on those soft tyres, but locking up there, coming through Mirabeau towards the latter stages of sector number 2, and he's really under the cosh from Jason at the moment, and I can see Jason getting past him on the quicker tyre and being the quicker driver around Monaco at the moment. But Matty Bolton is in the pits, and that's gained places for Gorge and Langman.
I think I've just cursed him again. One of the only drivers not to make a mistake, and he's just come into the pits for a nose change. So doesn't seem to be going well for me with the curse today. But hopefully Maranzano can stay away from that. Ted definitely holding up Jason. Jason's going to want to get past before Project can catch up. Project on the softer compound. So as Yosu Algazari is out of the race, and so is Hamilton. So that is coming through. Is that the exit swimming pool? They must have made contact.
Must have, yeah.
Jose Algazari is on the entry, well, the exit of the very, very iconic left-right, and then that's really, really strange. Seems to have just continued into that wall, I guess. That's the only sort of conclusion I can come to that.
But those guys left have got points now, so stop bin it now, guys who are left, and then you get points.
Yeah, that's going to be news to Matty Bolton. Comes into the pit lane again for another nose change, so not going too well now for him. Joe up into P9, so he's not going to be happy with himself, but at least he knows now he's going to be getting some points at least. As Jason still can't find a way around feisty Ted, but he's going to have DRS. Doesn't open it the whole way down the straight. Getting very close to Ted now. He's going to be able to make a move.
I'm surprised the safety car hasn't come out today, Rimrose, with all the crashes we've had. We've lost 6 drivers so far, and yeah, I would have thought it would have come out.
Nature of the you'd think it would, and it probably should have, especially when V6 collided with the stricken car of F1 XL Pred. But I guess that's just the buggy nature of this game, and it just doesn't always function as it should. Probably should have been called out, well, just now, lap 1, really, but nothing we can do about that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, so. But Ted is still keeping ahead of Jason, and Jason seems to be getting frustrated now, and it's allowing Project to catch up with these guys. He is on the faster tyre compared to these two of this Prix, and Melanie isn't too far behind as well. But Langman and Gorge Cup are pretty close at the moment, Ringrose, so to keep an eye on this battle. It's 7/10 now. I think Langman still has that front wing damage. Yes, he does. He's only got, well, hardly anything of a front wing. And Gorge, the same actually. Neither have got full. Oh, and Commentator's Curse. And Gorge put it in the wall. And he had lost some more front wing. And a penalty
now
as
got
well.
another penalty.
Oh, gee, I should stop commentating really, because just make.
I think we both should. We're just not, we're giving everyone bad luck.
Yeah, I know, man.
Joe's really caught up to the back of Bottas. Is there going to be any team orders involved? We'll have to see. Yes, there is. Melanie's now got a 30-second time penalty. It won't really affect him unless he makes a mistake. He's probably now going to make that. But there's a large gap, 33 odd second gap to Langman. So it shouldn't cause many problems.
Yeah, no, it should be okay. But yeah, I think it's between Langman and Gorge. It's who can do the best without a front wing competition between both these drivers. And I know both have got penalties as well. But back on board with Jason. Oh, he tries a move into Mirabeau. Oh, he's on the inside. Can he pull it off? Surely he can't go side by side run. It is surely not. They almost been it there, but they both get round nice and cleanly. Good driving from both these drivers. Jason, of course, leading the championship, and Ted in 4th. As they come through the tunnel, will Jason make a diving move into the Novel chicane? He does make the move. Can he pull it off, though? I think he has round the out. Oh, and he doesn't. There's penalty for Ted because he cut the corner, and he's let. That was a nice move from Ted there, but it's allowing Project to get ahead. But does Ted have front wing damage? No, he doesn't. But Project is absolutely flying in that Ferrari at the moment, so Ted is going to be under pressure from the Ferrari driver over the next couple of laps, Ringrose, so we've got to be careful of Project well, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, Ted's not going to be, well, he's going to be coming under threat of Project now, and well, Melanie's, I wouldn't say he's close, but he's not too far behind. He's got some traffic. Oh, I think that's Bottas. He's had to come in the pits at some point. Must have been last lap. But Gorsh has not got a wing. And when I say he's not got a wing, he hasn't got one bit of a wing. So he's going to come into the pits at this lap. Pits again. Used to be 2 groups. The guys that have been mistakes, who seems to be sort of the bottom group at the moment, the guys who have kept it clean, like Maranzano. I think Maranzano has been the best driver so far today, and if it finishes like this, he's definitely my driver of the day.
Yeah, as Jason's in the pits, he's got front wing damage, Ringrose. Did not see that. So the race.
What I was about to say, I might have been with Ted, but that was last lap. So
Jason in the pits for a set of ultras and a front wing change, but he'll stay in 5th because Langman is a bit too far behind that now. So yeah, Jason in the pits after. Unfortunately, we did not see the contact he made. It looks like he with a wall, but okay, he's got. How far is he off the leader? Okay, he's 36 seconds with fresh ultra softs. Can he do it, Ringrose? Be it that other cars ahead do have a lot of penalties. Jason has 0, I believe. Can he do it?
It's going to be very, very difficult. Jason's got some clear air. I mean, he doesn't. Well, if we have a look at the penalties, I'm pretty sure Maranzano has just the one. Maranzano seems to be all clear at the moment because I know Ted has a few penalties along with Project. Project even have a penalty? No, Project doesn't have a penalty. So
but he's in the pits.
Maranzano needs to stay clean. Right. Okay, Ted has got 2. So that's 6 seconds. And Melanie has 3. So Jason's going to want to... Well, Jason's now... Is he going to get 4th? I thought that was Melanie for a second. There's a Williams, but it's Gorsh ahead of Project. So, and Project has not got a penalty.
Okay.
So, do you reckon? Do you reckon Project's just sort of taking advantage just to get the fresh tyres, and he's gonna know that they both have penalties, all the other drivers, because his engineer again would have been telling him, because that's how the game works. And he knows that Jason's gonna go onto a set of ultras. He doesn't need to change his front wing. Maybe he can. Jason doesn't even have a warning just yet. So.
Oh wow! Impressive.
Yeah,
Okay.
very,
but,
very impressive indeed.
Yeah, these guys will be pushing each other for the last 8 laps to try and catch up with Melanie ahead. As you said, Melanie does have 9 seconds worth of penalties, but so there's currently 10 seconds between Melanie and Project. It's very soft, so Project and Jason catching up with him sooner rather than later, as Project gets very sideways coming around Rashcast there, on to start lap number 31 for these guys. So yeah, it's going to get really tasty towards the end of the race now, Ringrose, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is very similar to the STS race we commentated on Monday together, where we got, well, in this case it's 2 guys who are going to be very, very fast, closing in on the top 3. Slightly different scenario. I think it's going to be difficult for any of these to get the win, just because Maranzano's so far in the lead at the moment. But I reckon maybe these guys can get on the podium if they can get close enough, but they're going to have to pass Melanie, just because Ted's another 6 seconds. Well, if Ted gets another penalty, they might be able to get away with it, but they're going to have to be right on the back of Melanie. Indeed,
Yeah.
but
yeah, like you said, it's okay catching up, but it's actually getting past, which is a difficult bit, as Jason is really pushing Project here at the moment as they come on to start lap 32. Ted on those very worn soft tyres now, with Maranzano in the lead, 16 seconds. Maranzano is keeping it nice and easy and front at the moment. And get back on board with lower down. Joe is catching up with Langman, who's quite a bit of contact with today, but Langman does have a full... Oh no, does he? Oh, I don't even know if he's got a full front wing. No, he doesn't. He's just cruising around at the moment. So Joe is catching him, so keep an eye on that battle as well between Joe and Langman. And Matty Bolton further back, who's just been overtaken by the leader, Bottas down in 9th, and Gorsh Crab in 10th place, but they do all have points at this current moment in time.
yeah, seems to be lowest out of front flags. Who's that? Is that is Gorsh? I don't think that is Melanie, is it? No.
He's just getting out of the way for the...
Oh, right, who's this going to be? That is Bottas. New front wing and a new set of ultra soft tyres. Is Gorsh going to come into the pit lane? I think he is, because he's got some wing damage. No, he's not. So he's going to pass Bottas. The Project's 5.1 behind, well, 5 seconds behind Melanie. Melanie's 5.6 behind Ted, and Ted... Okay, sorry. Oh, could see what I was saying. Melanie's 5.6 seconds behind Feisty Ted, and Ted's a further 17.8 behind the race lead. Now dropped to 18 seconds. So Maranzano keeps it up. It's going to be very comfortable indeed.
It looks like Jason's made a mistake. Ringrose, he's got damaged the front wing of his Haas. Out of nowhere, the championship leader's made another mistake. And he's got a big chunk of front wing there. I think that was in Sector 1. Unfortunately, we didn't catch it, being on board with the leader. So
yeah, he's lost a bit of time. It's a project, so we'll have to see what he does.
Jason gets a penalty.
So, is he going to come in? No, he's going to stay out. I guess there's not really much point in coming into the pits. If he just slows it down a bit, takes it easy, he knows that, again, he'll know the guys behind have penalties. And by the looks of it, he's not going to get past Project unless Project makes a huge mistake. So Jason is just going to take it easy. He knows this is not, but he's going to be gaining points on Joe, which at the moment is all he really needs. He doesn't essentially need the race wins. He's not, facing the points deficit and such. Cyril Hamilton's not finished, and Joe is 2 positions behind him. He might be 1 position in a second, because Langman seems to be really struggling. But yeah,
Yeah, just on board with Joe as they come through Sector 2 here. Joe is on the back of Langman. They've had a bit of trouble the last couple of laps with contact between both the drivers, causing damage to both these guys. But Langman does have major front wing damage, and Hamilton is left session, so it doesn't matter. But they come through the tunnel. Will Joe make a diving move coming into the Novel chicane? Coming down towards it, a bit too far back at the moment, but Langman must really be struggling on that half a front wing. But Joe very sideways as Bottas has a new fast lap of 111.9, a blistering lap. As they come through swimming pool, Joe is all over the back of him, as they come towards Raskas, and he may be able to get him using the DRS coming onto the pit straight, but it's not ideal. They don't really see many overtakes on the pit straight, but Melanie's dropped down and Project has got ahead. Project's in third place, Ringrose. We're talking about Joe, and we missed the overtake as Melanie got front wing damage. It looks like he does as well. Jeez, these F1 teams must be spending an absolute fortune on front wings around Monaco, because a lot of damage.
Is that Jason going to go around the outside? Indeed he is. Well, Melanie seemed to have backed off a bit there. Jason's now ahead. Project 6 seconds behind Ted. Ted has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Project doesn't have one. So, yeah.
But Jason has.
Yeah.
So if he wants to get anyway, he's got to
he won't lose a
position.
position. He won't lose a position, Jason, because Melanie. So as long as he keeps it clean, and again, Melanie doesn't get past, he's secured a 4th place. But he's going to have to rely on either gaining on Project Massive, passing and gaining on Project massively, or Project getting a penalty and getting past. Because Jason obviously picked up that penalty. As Langman and Joe have just had an incident coming out of the final corner. They're going to be side by side going into T1. The Mercedes of Joe's got ahead, so Joe is now in 8th place. Well, 6th even, sorry. And Langman seems to be struggling even more, but pretty good recovery drive from Joe. Hasn't been the cleanest of races from him, but managed to salvage 8 points if it stays like this.
Yeah, a good recovery drive from Joe as Jason is all over the back of Project as they come on to lap 37.2. A lap to go. Yellow flag in sector 2. Who is that for? Can't see. That is Gorsh. He has 0 front wing now. So Gorsh has really struggled around Monaco today. Is he coming in for a front wing? No, he does not. Bottas is all over the back of him as they come round the final bend onto the pit straight. Gorsh is really going to struggle coming into turn 1 now without a front wing, and Bottas almost goes up the inside. He cuts the corner massively and gets a penalty for that. So not the best way to try and overtake there. Bottas as a yellow flag in sector 2. That's Langman, and he hasn't got a front wing either. Jeez, front wing damage Grand Prix. I think we should rename it Ringwords, because this has been this damage galore really as Bottas gets past Gorsh nice and cleanly.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to be totting up the total of carbon fibre left on the circuit at the end of this race. We had so many retirements and gone through so many front wings, especially in that Mercedes team, with Bottas and Joe not having the best of races, as Matty Bolton now doesn't have a front wing. No, that's Langman, sorry. Matty Bolton, yeah, again, same with the Renault team. They've just fitted a new front wing and Langman hasn't got one. So, Gorsh hasn't got one either. Yeah, but we have a three-way battle for 2nd place. Feisty Ted currently P2. Well, if it finished like this, Ted would move down to P4 because of his penalties. But the other guys will want to finish ahead of him on circuit. On our penultimate lap, Maranzano isn't too far from going on. Is Gorsh stayed out? Gorsh seems to have stayed out. Same with Langman, yeah. Looks like they're staying out of the race.
Yeah.
Just a lap left now. Maranzano goes on to the final lap.
Yeah. As much as I want to say I'm bored with Maranzano, I want to say I'm bored with Battle for Second, really, because Jason is all over the back of Project, but then Project's all over the back of Feisty Ted as they come around Rascas to start their final lap. Jason looks for a move, decides to pull back out of it, but both cars will get DRS coming down the straight, but Ted gets a little bit of a lead there. Can Project get past him? No, just pulls out of the move, but goes a bit wide. Ted coming around turn 1. Just give a chance to Project coming up towards Casino, and doesn't. Oh, there's a bit of damage.
All contact.
Project breaks because Ted broke, and front wing damage to Jason there.
Yeah, Jason's not going to be happy. Well, seems like he's going to try and get past. He's not going to give up with a fight. Mounting the curb at the hairpin. Well, he's got too many penalties to be able to get past them and still finish ahead.
Yeah, as
Maranzano.
Go for it.
Yeah, Maranzano comes around the final corner, driven an absolute, well, mistake-free race and finishes first, and you can't fault him for that drive, can you, Chick?
Oh, Jason gets a big crash! Big crash! Oh my! Jason dive bombed.
Jason's gonna wait for Ted.
Through. Yeah, Jason dive bombed Project, and they both hit Ted there.
Project's got a 5 second stop go.
So Melanie gets third. Oh, what a turnaround! And
Jason seems to have stopped on the line. I think that's to let Ted through just because of the penalties, you know. He's going to have P6, Langland P7, P8 for Matty Bolton, 9 for Gulch by the looks of it, and Bottas got P10. So they are your final standings. Joe's the only guy to cross the line, but a very, very exciting twist at the end of the Monaco Grand Prix as the Toro Rosso of Maranzano gets his first race win of the season, just the third driver to win a race this season, and hopefully it won't be his last.
Yeah, what a race ending there. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Riggbos, but when there's an incident on the final lap in the final few corners, you can't not shout and shout and scream, as I've seen that quite a few times in SRL. As Joe's stopped on the line, I'm not quite sure what he's doing. He's just trying to reverse in the pits, it looks like. But yeah, Joe finished in 6th place, and yeah, what a crazy race, Rose.
Yeah, for sure, a very crazy race. But for sure, I've said it again, but look. Just look at the delight on Maranzano's face there, and he's got the race win for the Toro Rosso team. Not the result that Ted would have wanted, but yeah, Maranzano takes his first race win of the season, and if Jason keeps having a few races like this, and Maranzano has some like this, Maranzano could put his name up there to be a title contender.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Fantastic drive from Maranzano today. He kept it nice and clean for the majority of the race. So here we are. Jeez, look at those penalties. Project 13 seconds in the end. So,
yeah, because he had a 5 second stop go.
Ah, so. I see. But Maranzano
he must have had 2 5 seconds.
Must have done, yeah. Maranzano with the win. Project in 2nd, Melanie 3rd, Feisty Ted 4th, Jason 5th, Joe 6th, Langman 7th, Matty Bolton 8th, Gorsh in 9th, and Bottas rounds off the top 10 because everyone else.
We'll get everyone in. And we'll do the interviews. We'll do it as discussed before. Right, wait for them to hop in. Yep, this Project, Melanie, and we'll just wait on Maranzano. Here he is. Maranzano, would you like to tick your box? What a fantastic drive from you. Mistake free. And would you just like to talk us through your race?
I mean, I don't know. I think I qualified P5 or P6 or something, and people just kept on making mistakes in front of me. So I think I was P4 after 1 lap, and after 5 laps I was P3. And to be honest, I didn't have any race-winning pace at all. I probably was just the only one to not make any mistakes. So yeah, that was key today.
Yeah, seemed to keep it out of the walls. One of the only drivers to actually keep it out of the walls, and you just had to do a routine strategy, and it seemed to work with nearly well, I think it was just over 20 seconds. Looking ahead, next race, Canada, I believe. Is that one of your strong points, or not one of the worst?
I'm gonna need a little bit of luck as well, to be fair. I mean, Jason was like 20 seconds ahead, and I think I don't know, I don't know what happened, but I think he broke his front wing or something. But yeah, my aim is just to get some podiums.
Cool. Well, Duke, would you like to move on to P2?
Yeah.
Is that Project? Project, don't think his mic works, so...
Okay. Well, I'll just let Project know that it was a good race. What you're going to hear is point of view from the incident. But if his mic's not working, then...
What happened on that final lap?
It was contact between Project, Ted, and Jason. Around the exit of swimming pool. And... yeah. So I'll just fast forward to Melanie. You were up there and down there, and then penalties for wing changes, and you're all over the place really, but came out in third place. So you got to be happy with the result.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed when Jason and obviously Project Blue passed me on that. Was there 4 laps till the end, but just get going with the front wing damage and just managed to sneak that P3.
Yeah, no, it was a great result for yourself, and it's going to help you a lot in the championship standings. And looking forward to next week in Canada. Is that one of your stronger circuits on the calendar, or
maybe
one of your weaker ones? Okay, good.
Yeah, right after Monaco, maybe. Best tricks on the calendar.
That's good. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I think Ringrose that runs it off for the interviews.
Yep. By the looks of it, again, congratulations to you three, Maranzano, Project, and Melanie.
Thanks, man.
Good results for all of you. But that ends off a cracking race at Monaco for SRL F1 on Xbox. We will see you again next week around the Gilles Villeneuve circuit in Montreal, Canada. I don't know who will be commentating, but... be nice if it's me and Cheeky again, but we will see you next week at the same time.